there is a new tax coming into place that's going to affect Airbnb from the government, and people are wondering, is this the end of Airbnb completely? Well, I'm going to break down the facts in this video right here and give you the full picture just so you have a really good understanding of what this tax is really about and why it's not a problem whatsoever. So I've been getting so many people messaging me recently talking about, oh, what do you think about this new HMRC tax that they're putting on Airbnbs, or do you feel like this is the end of Airbnbs? I literally get someone messaging me this every other day, and this is the reason why I'm choosing to make this video, so that I can address that concern right there, because really and truly for me it's not a concern whatsoever, and I'm going to explain why. So what is the side hustle tax? Well, the title pretty much states it. It's a tax that's going to be put on people that have side hustles or that are making side income aside from their full-time jobs, and this is pretty much applied to, you know, so many different industries and so many different business types as well. It's mainly going to be targeting the people, for example, that are buying and selling on eBay, Amazon, you know, freelancers that are doing a bit of work on Upwork, Fiverr, and also people doing Airbnb, and also other side hustles like Deliveroo, Uber, just to name you a few. But the idea is a good portion of the UK population have, you know, a side hustle or additional income coming in, as opposed to just them focusing on working a full-time job. And obviously the government want to check in on that, and this is pretty much their way of doing that. Now, the tax itself has a threshold of £1,000 per year. So if you're making over £1,000 per year and you're someone that's, you know, doing a little side hustle, whether it's Airbnb or whatever other little side hustle you're doing, then you would need to register as self-employed. And the idea is all of these platforms that I mentioned to you before, Upwork, Fiverr, eBay, Airbnb, those platforms will now have to report whatever earnings that you're making to HMRC. And obviously on HMRC's part, they can actually double check to make sure that you've actually registered as self-employed. And if you're making over £1,000 a year from a side hustle, then yes, you would need to register as self-employed. If you're making less than that, then obviously you wouldn't need to register as self-employed. Now, the vast majority of people that are doing these different side hustles don't register as self-employed. And obviously this is the people that it's going to be affecting, because now they're going to have to, you know, declare their income to HMRC, and they're going to obviously be taxed on that income. And this obviously includes people that, let's say for example, have one property that they're running on Airbnb and it's just more of a side thing for them. Well, yes, 100% that's going to affect that sort of person. However, let me tell you why for us it's not a problem whatsoever. The reason why for us it's not a problem is because we are focusing on this as a business from the get-go. We're not focusing on this as a side hustle to where, oh, you know, we're only going to get one property, we're not going to set up a limited company, you know, we're just going to do it in our names, we're going to make an extra £500 per month, and that's us, we're happy, we're chilled. Like, that's really not the thing for us. For us, we're making sure that we're actually focusing on growing and building this as a business, which involves you setting up a limited company and of course putting any income that you're getting through that limited company, which will, you know, you would have to declare regardless. So if that's the way you're going about it, then this new rule doesn't really affect you at all, because it's not focusing on affecting business owners or people that have a limited company that have cash flow coming in from that company. No, it's not designed to do that. Again, this rule is mainly put in place for people that have little side incomes coming in. They're not registered as a business, they're not registered as self-employed, and that's the people who it's going to affect. Again, for us, it's not going to have an effect on us one bit, because again, we're focusing on this as a business. Same thing with my clients, because we have a coaching program that works with people to help them start and grow an Airbnb business, especially the new ones. They had some concerns about this new tax, but once we broke it down to them just to give them a better idea of how it works and just why it wouldn't affect them, then obviously it wasn't really a big deal. So for yourself now, if you're someone that is obviously looking to get started off with your Airbnb business and you're actually looking to grow it, build it, and actually scale it as a business, then obviously you need to make sure that you follow the right steps to allow you to do so compliantly and correctly, which obviously involves you setting up a limited company and running your financials, your expenses, your income through that company, and towards the end of the year, you know, filing a tax return for all the income you had. Like, that is just business as usual. Nothing has changed on that part whatsoever at all, even with this new tax rule in place. But let's say, for example, you're someone that owns a property, and whenever you're not staying in that property, you're renting it out on Airbnb, you're making a little side income from that. Or maybe you're someone that actually has one rent-to-rent property, and, you know, you just have that coming in as a side income, and, you know, for you, it's no big deal. Well, yes, in that scenario, most of the times people, because it's just a side hustle or a little bit of side income they have coming in, it's not a significant amount whatsoever. They're not registering as self-employed, so that income that they're making isn't really taxed. Then yeah, in that scenario, it is going to affect you, because you are going to have to declare that and you're going to be taxed on the income. But this is something you definitely do not have to worry about. Again, if you're looking to get started off with this as a business, build it and scale it, it's business as usual, and nothing really changed, or nothing has changed whatsoever. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention and really go in depth into this to show you why it's not a problem. Hopefully you're taking value from that. And if you would also like to learn more about Airbnb service, accommodation, rent to rent, how you can kickstart your business, I've got a free masterclass masterclass. Check it out in the description box below for you to register. So I will let you go now, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video.